A virtual ward is an alternative discharge pathway for a patient to have the remainder of their care back at home rather than in a hospital. The difference in this approach is that patient remains under Sherwood Forest Hospital under a consultant. Their care is then delivered back in the patient's home safely and effectively. Virtual wards are not a new concept. On the back of COVID-19 and the Trust managing respiratory patients in their own environment, the organisation then secured funding to continue this work moving forwards. The SFH approach to managing these patients and developing pathways has been a very slow and steady approach, making sure that we get all the risk and governance around each pathway to support our patients home safely and effectively.
I was given an opportunity to develop a pathway to provide guidance on referring patients to the pain team with an acute episode of pain, to ensure timely referrals are made, to provide effective symptom management and promote early supported discharge, which hopefully will reduce the incidence of rebound admission. It also involved creating a pathway to enable patients whose pain was the overarching reason for admission to be safely discharged from a ward bed and readmitted onto the pathway if they met our inclusion criteria. They would then be supported by the pain team in the comfort of their own home. The first patient we consented to prove the concept was Gail. Gail was admitted with a significant chest injury. This type of injury you can be in hospital for potentially a week, if not longer if you have pain. She had sustained 6 rib fractures on the left-hand side and had a small pneumothorax following a fall downstairs at home. Gail was triaged by our team within 3 to 4 hours of admission. She could take a deep breath and cough, but it was really difficult to do that. It was very painful. So we assured appropriate analgesia was suggested, prescribed and administered to try and optimise her pain management. We noted that Gail was independent with her care needs and was able to mobilise to the bathroom with no assistance from members of staff, which was a good, positive sign. After explaining to her about the pain pathway, she was able to give us consent to go on the pathway as long as she met all the inclusion criteria. This included being discharged by the chest physio team and also making sure the repeat x-ray was clear. It was agreed with the consultant that together we would see Gail the following day, and hopefully after the x-ray we'd be able to review the outcome of that x-ray. The following day the x-ray confirmed the pneumothorax had resolved and the chest physio team had confirmed they discharged the patient. We were able to successfully discharge Gail that same day, 34 hours from admission, onto the SFH Home pain management pathway. Gail remained on that pathway for approximately 6 days. We made 3 telephone calls over that period until we were reassured that Gail was managing really well. Once Gail was discharged from the pain pathway, we sent a letter to the GP confirming the SFHO process and advised them to review the medications we had prescribed, thus reducing the potential risk of a rebound admission to hospital. For Gail, we provided safe and effective supportive pain management at home rather than her being in hospital. We asked Gail whether she'd like to be part of this video, and she felt she would be too anxious to join us on the film, but she was very happy to share her thoughts with us. So I asked her a few questions, and here they are.
As Louise mentioned, I struggle with anxiety, so when I was told about SFH at home, this was something I was keen to find out more about. Having care at home was something I hadn't heard of before. I came into hospital having a fall down the stairs, resulting in a painful chest injury. I was told I may be in hospital for over a week. After being triaged by the team, I gave consent to go on the SFH at home pain pathway. Louise gave me all the advice and support that I needed to manage my pain medication over the phone. She also alleviated any fears I had about the pain I was experiencing during my healing process. A huge benefit to having my care at home was I really felt like I was in the right place to heal. Being in the comfort of my home meant I slept so much better while receiving the care and advice I needed over the phone. Communication with Louise has been amazing. She's explained everything so clearly to me in a way that made me feel safe. I hope other people feel confident receiving care this way and benefit from using it in the future.
Very soon we realised that virtual ward was not really a concept that patients could understand, or indeed the staff in the hospital either. So we decided and had a discussion with lots of people and retitled our service SFH at Home, as we thought that that would be a lot clearer indication of what patients would actually receive. From a patient's perspective, SFH at Home can deliver their care in their own home where they feel safe. It also reduces deconditioning, which often happens when a patient's in hospital for long periods of time, and reduces their chance of acquiring hospital infections. So I think virtual ward or SFH at home is the concept of the future, and I definitely think this is a really exciting project to be involved in, and I'm really enjoying it.
Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and hope you've learned a lot more about virtual wards and how we're delivering that at Sherwood Forest hospitals. The pathways continue to develop and will do moving forward.